Hey guys, just trying to play around and see if I can find a fitted strap or a bracelet or something to fit this Stella. It's pretty close. I don't know if I can. Shh. Yeah, be quiet. I gotta concentrate here. Yeah. Kind of ends up leaving a gap like that. Fits the K shape and stuff. It just ends up flexing and then leaving that gap. This is the Zalandi for the Omega. That would have been pretty cool. I'd like to find a bracelet or something for this Stella. Oh, I'm sure when I put it on wrist, it'll end up flexing and then pulling away like that. I think it's just because the spring bar hole is so low on the lug. So the Stella is actually a brand. I forget what the model is called on this one. Oh, Felix. That's what it is. This is a new release. When they showed me this one, because I had been lusting after a what are they called? Or I'm drawing a blank. Is it the Railmaster or something? I can't remember. Oh yeah. So the denim dial Railmaster is what I liked, and this one basically has, I mean, a similar looking dial, but it has a date on it too, and it has a bunch of little cool design features. There are some shortcomings with this watch, you know, and when I do the video, I'll talk about it. But overall, I think it's a very awesome watch. I need a bracelet for it though, and they're gonna have to make a bracelet because I don't think I can get anything to fit that. I might end up with a mesh. I'm drinking tequila. I'm drinking my tequila till it's gone, I guess. Because see, even these 20 millimeter bracelets, none of these 20 millimeter end links fit in there, even though this is supposedly a 20 millimeter. It's like, yeah, not quite. So a lot of the 20 millimeter stuff just doesn't fit in there. So it might end up having to be a NATO, or it's a little too hot outside to be wearing the leather is really good that it comes with, but it's, I mean, it's like in the 80s and probably shouldn't wear leather. So I'll have to look to see what I have. I think I have one of those. Yeah, I like fitted straps is all. I think I have a, yeah, I have this. I could use this. It's a little tight in there, but I have that strap I could use. Yeah, I could use a left strap, but I mean, this is what I paired it with because it's basically a denim look, the Haveston denim. That's what I wore it with the first time, and it's perfect for it. So I mean, really, that's probably what I should use. Just looking to mix it up. Oh, you put a water-resistant material or sweat-resistant material on the bottom of a leather strap. That probably works. I mean, it really does look the best on this, I think. So other than that, I would like to see some sort of bracelet. I mean, I could even do it on like a stayed mesh or something, but I don't know. Maybe I'll wear it on this tomorrow or something. Because these, I think this one might be FKM. I don't think it's vulcanized, but I mean, if I could find a dark blue one or something, that would probably look better. But that wears really good. That'll probably work. So I'll probably wear it on this. I'll either wear this or I'll wear, you know, because it's going to be Tuesday, I might wear my tuna. So tuna Tuesday. We'll see. Or Tudor. Did I show you guys this? I scratched the heck out of the clasp. Moving, well, this actually I did helping put a lift kit on a Toyota Tundra. And then I helped move some furniture. So I got some more scratches there. Yeah, so I actually I think I'm going to embrace wearing this and using it. So there's potentially, I am going to, what are we in, August? I think next month, I might wear this watch the entire month and just wear it no matter what. So if I do that, that thing's going to take a beating. Because usually I'll throw a G-Shock on or something like that just in case. But I think I might put the Tudor. Well, yeah, I mean, Terry, I'll probably beat it up really bad. So like I paid, what, $3,000 for it? I'll probably beat it up really bad and then sell it for a massive loss. No, I think if I wear it and get it all like pre-loved out like what Homer would do. Billy Bob's calling dibs. I'm going to try not to sell it. That's my goal, but well, we'll see how it plays out. No guarantees with anything. All right, what do we have? I still haven't done the video on this. And I was talking to the owner of this, Dustin, and the if you look there, the pip kind of got messed up, or it's missing it. So we were trying to figure out what other bezel inserts. So I had a spare SKX bezel laying around, so I took the bezel off. I'm pretty sure this Detroit Mint, I'm pretty sure we can put an SKX bezel insert on this. So I'm going to talk to him. I'm not sure if he likes to mess with it or not, but if he doesn't, I can try to take it off. It looks like it's a really tight fit, so I might have a hard time getting that bezel off, but I might try to do that. Design, yeah, I did have that for a while. Depends on, you know, send me a message like on Facebook Messenger or Instagram or something like that. We can talk about it because I did have an issue with YouTube flagging somehow some of my content or something. So I don't remember. You have to be careful. You have to mark it not made for kids. So make sure you're marking your video content now not made for kids, and then that might solve your problem potentially. But hit me up. Oh, MJ, the RNC is doing their thing. Yeah. Well, I'm missing out on that, so whatever. Let's see. Obi-Wan, that's a cool username. Will you get a Damasco D-Sub diver? I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to check it out. That sounds interesting. Maybe maybe my Patreon group, maybe we can do a tour with it. Maybe we can all jump in on one or something. Where are we at here? Trying to catch up on some comments. So Ivan's asking, where's the G-Shock love today? Tell you what, man, I wore my camel today. I just haven't, I don't know. I haven't done much with the G-Shocks. because I'm more of a square fan. I could get some other models in, and maybe I'll do that. The blue camo one is coming out soon. As soon as that comes out, I'll have one on the channel to share. I don't think I'm going to buy it, mostly because I'm broke. Otherwise, I probably would, because I think they're awesome. But yeah, I'll get some more G-Shocks. Everything comes in like waves, pretty much. Let's see. Thoughts on the Olek and Waj watches? I'm not familiar with it at all, so. Floridian's rocking his 5600 square. That's awesome. Albert says, I just added a Sumo Black Series chronograph to my collection. Will you review it? If somebody sends one in, I don't think Memo's gotten that one in yet. Is that one in the U.S. already? If that one's already in the U.S., I could probably get one in and check it out, because that's the newer quartz chrono Sumo. Pretty cool looking watch. I'll get one in eventually. I mean, I get emails all the time and comments all the time about people asking me to, check out certain watches. So, bottom line is, I don't buy a bunch of them. I wait for them to get sent in. So Dane is also saying his live streams lately have been getting flagged. So you got to ask. So I had a stint. It's probably been a year and a half ago or so, where I basically every video I posted, it would allow to get views, and a lot of times the most amount of views are like when you first post it. So unfortunately, I was getting demonetized when I first posted it and had to do the manual review request on every single video, and now I don't. So I don't know if they've collected enough data, because my channel's been out for so long and I'm deemed safe or something, so they just they allow it to be monetized and stuff. But I don't know, it's the algorithms or something you write. You got to be careful with what you write in the comments. The other thing that's helpful is I'll go in, and you go in the channel and you block a bunch of words. So if somebody's commenting, like I see the comments, and when people say like bad words, and you got to get creative, because they'll spell them wrong or spell them weird, and I go through and I block them all. So that basically makes it so that person spends all that time on that comment and it never gets posted. It sits in purgatory and waits for my approval. Well, I never go in there to look to approve them. So. The Seiko Sarb 033, I've done many videos on those. It's a good Seiko. Floridian, you wonder if Astor Banks will open downtown Chicago? I wouldn't hold your breath on that. It's so expensive to have a brick and mortar down there. The only way I could see some of because there's quite a few microbrands that are in that area, they would have to do it as like a collective. And I just don't even see that happening. There's too much turmoil within these metropolitan areas. I mean, even long time existing brick and mortars in some of these cities are really contemplating their next move, what and where they want to be, what is going to be productive. Ultimately, everybody that's in business, their primary intent is to make money. So let's see. Somebody asked if I like the new Monta release. I do like the new Monta release. Justin emailed me. I emailed him back, and I haven't heard back from him. Hopefully he'll send one in. But also, if he, Justin, if he hears this or somebody says something to him, if they release, or if they send that watch out to, either smaller or not, I don't know, not as positive YouTube channels, and then want to send it to me like fifth one down the line, I'm gonna let my prima donna kick in a little bit and just say no thanks. What's on the table? Oh, that is a Detroit Mint Islander or something. I should probably put more watches out here for you guys to see, right? Check out that new NTH Devil Ray. That thing's pretty cool. I need to do the video on that. I still need to do the video on this little Marlin. And I think some people on my Patreon want to do a tour on that. So I need to do the video on that and get that thing pumped out. I think I paid $100 for it. Yeah. Are we 15 minutes in? There's only two. Holy cow. Sorry, guys. I'll get more watches. I need more watches. Where's all the watches? I just shipped out a bunch of watches. Hey, Craig, on top of it. Thanks. Um, man, I don't really have a whole lot of watches within reach. I'm wearing the Stella. I just put the FKM strap on, but I can take it off and throw it on the table. So I got that thing going. Huge fan of this watch. Only movement robs with pertains to watches. Let's see. Yeah, there's some Captain Willard homage watches out there. Up, if somebody buys them and wants to send them in, I'll check them out. I'll show them on video. I'm not gonna go buy them. So, have you ever revived a piece? Manchester Watch. Oh, reviewed. No, I have not. I don't think I've checked out Manchester Watch Works. I don't think so anyway. So, let's see. Escape and Watch. Where can you check out? Where can you see the titanium blue camo? Any G-Shock authorized dealer. So Mimo or John over at the Watch Gauge. Those are my two favorite picks. But there's a ton of G-Shock authorized dealers. There might even be one close to you. So let's see. What else can I do? Did you know that Monta owns Everest bands? You mean some of the guys that own Monta? How do I say that? Some of the guys that owned Everest actually started Monta. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I got my guys staying on top of things out there. I wore this. I wore my Tudor Black Bay 41 all day Sunday. I was in the car all day Sunday. Drove 16 hours and didn't get anywhere. I ended up right back in my driveway after 16 hours of driving. That's always fun, right? Rock the watch. Yes, I have had a Creedor on the channel. It was an older one, and Adam over at 1010 Talk actually sent it in. So I did a video on it, and then I sold it. I think I've only had one though. Oh yeah, Clayton, Canine Cardio in the chat. Clayton from the Watchdog podcast. He actually was raised, I think, or at least lived up near where my son goes to school up in the UP. And I took a picture of the sign of the town where he was kind of from, and texted it to him as I was driving through. So that was kind of fun. He was raised up there. That makes a lot of sense. That's why you run all the time, trying to get away from something. Oh, no, that's right. You're doing it for work. Let's see. Dan Stevens, try a Chronos, Rob. I don't know, man. Rock the watch. Did I like the Creedor? It's, I don't know. It's still kind of Seiko-ish. It was an older one too, so it was more of the vintage vibe, and it felt fragile. So it's not my favorite style of watch. Like, I like the diver watches because they typically feel like more robust and strong, or like a well-built, I don't know what you call this, Stella. I have no idea what category that is, like an everyday watch, or it's not really a field. I don't know what that is. So, or like the Tudor Black Bay 41. It just feels robust. Like, it feels like it can take a knock here and there. Of course, the divers, they just feel like they can match my lifestyle, the way I want to do things, and if it gets banged around, then it gets banged around. So I didn't get that vibe with the Creedor or a lot of the dress watches. That's typically why I don't wear them. So let's see, Obi-Wan, will you try the new Zin U50? Yeah, same as like a lot of other watches. If somebody gets one and sends it in, yes, I'm not going to go buy one. Zin doesn't loan watches, and watch buys don't lend watches. So Floridian, did I ditch the razor review idea? Yeah, I did my own little experiments within that hobby. I pretty much landed. I still kind of want to get the timeless razor because they're USA made, stainless steel, CNC'd, right in the US. So I probably will get one of those. Maybe I'll ask for a Christmas gift, maybe for that. But I'm using the Mercure 34C, and my favorite blades are the Astra blades. And then I'll play around with different soaps and stuff. So I think I pretty much already landed on what works for me. I don't feel like I need to, like a lot of people say, oh, like some people just get like hardcore into hobbies. I think I'm able to put my toe in the hobby and play around for a minute and bail. Whereas the hobby of watches, that's where my true passion is. But like I even played around with shoes there for a little bit, like basketball shoes and Jordans and the New Balance and all that stuff. So, and I bought a bunch of shoes and now I'm good. I'm not buying any more shoes. I don't even look anymore. So, Jordan, that new Alpinist without the inner rotating bezel. I think that's out. It's been out, hasn't it? Let's see, Astro. I was so close to pulling the trigger on the white Seamaster, but went with the new King Samurai white waffle dial. I want to see that watch. It does look really good. So, Obi-Wan, are you a big knife guy? Are you saying I like big knives? Like like these? Sure, I like big knives, but I use it. You can see I've actually used the hell out of this, splitting firewood, and actually I've chopped down some trees and stuff with it. So yeah, I like big knives. I like little knives too. I carry a Victorinox 58 millimeter mini champ every day. That's my everyday knife. Nice letter opener. And then this Spartan Auto knife is what I've been using. It's an out the front auto. This is what I've been using for opening boxes, and I did finally sharpen it, so it's working a lot better. But yeah, I mean, they're knives, I guess. They're box openers, really. In my world down here, they just open boxes. Let's see. Floridian, you did firearms too. Did? Yes, I still do. I don't video them because it's a much like knives. It can be a controversial topic, whereas watches seem like they already create enough controversy. So, hey, Brad's here. Welcome to the show, Brad. Tank, the Black Bay 41 is awesome, and I really look forward to wearing it. And quite frankly, for work and stuff, I will wear the Black Bay 41 for work and doing other things, whereas I still haven't integrated the Seamaster into that role. I'm still kind of babying the Seamaster, whereas the Black Bay, I'm a little more willing to get it mucked up a little bit. So, let's see. Am I waiting on any pre-orders for Microbrands? Yeah, I'm waiting on them to send them to me for a video. I haven't bought any. Yeah, and firearms, Floridian, you said something about that. I haven't dabbled in a long time, but I was doing my own gunsmithing. I would take most of the firearms I have, I would take them completely apart and polish all of the moving metal parts, so that way they were smoother, cleaner operating, less likely to jam, and just cycle a little bit better. And then a lot of times I would do my own trigger jobs or whatever else on top of that. So I think I even have a couple of them that are like still need to be reassembled. I just kind of gave up on that hobby like midway of a couple of projects. So at some point I'll dive back into that. I don't think I'll ever video that because it's definitely not going to video any sort of like DIY gunsmithing, because that's do at your own risk sort of thing there. Let's see. 1022. Yeah, pretty much. I have a bunch of the 1022s and some ARs and stuff like that. They're so modular. I don't know. I have quite a few Ruger 1022s. Brock, yeah, I don't know. I'm not big into the vintage watches. I don't know. I'll have to look up what a Seiko 7548 is. You could send me an email. Chaz is asking, do you know someone who could repair a bezel on a Seiko diver? Well, you can, or your local watchmaker. If you have someone that's local, you certainly could have them do it, or you could send it into a trusted watchmaker. That's where getting involved in the community is helpful, because somebody might have like a relationship with a watchmaker that they could help you out with that. Obi-Wan, would you ever consider getting into leather making and construct your own straps? No, probably not. Do I have, oh, Mark, good question. Do I have any, quote, cheap hobbies? Cheap hobbies. Well, I mean, I like to go for, I mean, is bike riding and hiking a hobby? I guess it kind of can be. That's free, right? You basically just go walk around. I don't know. Shoot. Yeah, I don't think I really do have any cheap hobbies. Design says he misses my mods. Yeah, I was just talking to a few guys about that. I Baskin's, oh, Tennessee Mike. Don't get me started on the bats. All right, so where were we? The mods. Yeah, I don't know. Let me get into this fall. I think as soon as the weather gets cooler and the leaves start changing and stuff like that, I think I'll be ready to do another build. It's going to be, an SKX aftermarket SKX case, and it's going to be a turtle kill. So if I'll probably find one of my Patreons that is willing to go deep into a turtle kill, and we'll probably do it. So I'm sure it's going to be $1,000 build, but is what it is. Well, what watches do you guys want to see? I could open one box. I think Riley sent me something. I forget what he was sending me. So my longtime buddy Riley sent me a box. Let's open that up. I think I didn't cut too much deeper. So, Riley, you're friggin' awesome. I know I don't think he's watching right now, but he sent me this crazy cool B2 U.S. Air Force hat. That is freaking sick. That is awesome. I have not seen that hat out in the wild, so I'm looking forward to wearing that. That is killer. So my buddy Riley's actually in the U.S. Air Force, and I met him. He stayed actually. I put him up in a camper at my house. Oh, check this out. He sent me a patch. That's awesome. So I could put a patch on my gear. That is awesome. What else do we have? Hamilton flight time manual. Yikes. I know there's multiple languages in there, but holy cow. Let's see. All right, I think that's it. So, and yes, Riley has dogs. Wow. Dang it. See, there's every time I get watches that, like, I mean, I see them and I think they look cool and stuff like that, and then I just kind of forget about it or move on, and then somebody will send it in, like Riley, like he'll send this in, and I'm like, holy crap, this is actually a freaking cool watch. You know, because you get like the Digis are really cool. I'm a huge fan of them. I had one really cool Citizen. I sold it to Clayton. Hell, I've been tempted to buy that back. Actually, I think he would sell it back to me. But and then of course there's the Breitling Aerospace, which is like on everybody's list. I mean, everybody would love to try one, right? Well, Hamilton makes this guy here, and these things are crazy cool. Oh, that's right, Clayton, you do have the black dial variant of this. Yeah, this thing is killer. Now, Riley has a little bit smaller wrist. This one's a smaller sized case, but I mean, it still wears great on my 7 1/4. Yeah, this is super cool. I don't know if he's selling this. I forget. I'll have to ask him. I like that silver dial. And the way Hamilton does their metallic applied indices, the way they catch the light. I mean, look how they catch the light is just phenomenal. Now the hands, I mean, you got to have them full skeletonized like that so you can see the digital display. But it does make them a little tricky to read, but you can still read it, no problem. How's that displaying? So it's the 24th day of the 8th month in the 20 year, right? Is that what they're doing? Yeah, that's a cool watch. Thanks, Riley, for sending that in. I'm pretty sure Riley was giving this to me. I think that's what he said. He was just going to let me have this one. I'm pretty sure. That's not what he said at all. Riley's one of the guys that actually kind of ducked out of the watch game for a while there. And I probably got to pull the crown out. Oh. I don't want to change any settings. Oh, I see what it does. You just you don't even pull it out. You just rotate it. So that's a timer. That's the chrono. What does that say? I don't know what that one is. Is that a low battery? Yeah, I might have to read the manual on this one. This one gets a little nuts. I think there's multiple time zones and stuff too. Killer watch though. I could definitely see wearing something like that. I'm assuming that's a sapphire crystal too. Yeah, sapphire crystal, water resistance, 100 meters. Yeah, that's a cool watch. Not a huge fan of this leather strap, although I'm sure it's fine. I would put a different leather strap on it. Oh man, somebody could do. We need like Jeff McMahon is a college professor. Oh, look at this is what you got to do. Riley like highlighted stuff, or if he didn't, somebody else did. That's what you got to do. I mean, this is like a textbook or something here. Jeez, oh Pete. Takeoff, landing. Oh, this thing does. Yeah, this thing does way more than just tell you the time and have a chronograph. This is an actual flight watch. I don't know if anybody uses it that way, but it's capable. That's pretty wild. I almost feel like I'm going to open another box, but I like to do the unboxing videos. Let's see. I mean, you just... Oh, do you not... Well, you got the manual, right? Yeah. We'll figure it out. What happened to the small glow monster? Well, it doesn't glow. I still have the mini monster here, but it doesn't glow. It's just like a gray resin. So I have this guy, I have the full glow one, and then I have the turtle one here as well. This one's pretty wild. You just set the watch right down in there. So those are all for my buddy Jerry. Let's see. He got married. Trying to read some comments here. Let's see. Orient Triton blue versus black. Both. The Orient Triton's a super affordable watch. You could easily just have both. I mean, I don't know what your budget is. If your budget's so the point that where you can only afford one, the blue I think is cooler looking, but the black is more universal. So it kind of depends on how you dress and stuff like that. You know, if you wear a lot of like gray and black, I would just go with the black. If you wear like a lot of colors and stuff like that, I'd get the blue. Yeah, CFZ, I think you're kind of right. I haven't really been posting up much on the G-Shock realm, but I mean that's going to change. I got some watches. I think my old neighbor, I got to bring in a couple of watches for him to try. So I don't know. I don't know what other G-Shocks I'm going to try. Obviously that blue camo when it comes in. Billy Bob, also a really good point. I haven't played around with the Pro Treks in a while. I kind of stopped buying watches though. So, and people usually don't send in G-Shock for some reason. I don't get a lot of G-Shock in. Now I could hit up John over at Watch Gauge or Mimo or at Mimo's Jewelry and just ask them, hey, can you send me a box of G-Shocks? And they would do it. But quite frankly, I'm still buried in watches. I just shipped out a bunch more. So I just shipped 6 boxes full of watches, and I just got 4 more in, and there's always more coming in. I think there's a couple more over at the post office, on top of the watches that I already had sitting here. So I'm trying to balance a little bit. It's virtually impossible. So thanks to your video and some others, I backed my first Kickstarter for the Gray Ride. Oh, that's the one that the guy used to work for Boulder or whatever and started his own Reese watch or whatever. That's a nice watch. That's that titanium one. Oh, they're doing a full lume dial. Oh, son of a gun! I'm gonna have to hit him up for that. He should send me a full lume one. That's for sure. So from this point forward, anybody doing a full lume dial watch should give me credit and send me the watch for free. Because I invented full lume dials, right? No, I just really like them, and I want everyone to make those. Yeah, Floridian. That was in Chicago, and that was on, oh, shoot, what is his channel? That was fun. I was totally not used to being on camera. I'm like, okay. I think that video he did of the Random Rob face reveal actually got him more views on that video than most of his other videos, too. It's pretty funny. No, Mark doesn't need the do. Mark's building all the stuff. Or having them built or whatever. It's his thing. It was just a suggestion from my point of view to do a full lume dial. Gotta like that lume, man. I mean, so there's watches out there that are like totally fine with, like, for example, this one here. I'm sure this watch here has crap for lume. Well, basically probably has no lume. I don't know if it has a light or anything. Oh, just different time zones there. So I don't know if it has, I don't know. So I don't know if this thing's backlit, but there's like no lume. So, I mean, you can wear a watch with no lume, but to a certain extent, you might be like disappointed. Kiwi Mark likes the full lume dial, doesn't care for the blacked out hands. Oh, press the crown down and it'll light. Oh, like a Timex. Haha, Hamilton copy Timex. Like Indigo. So yeah, the issue with doing a really good quality full lume dial, I think it is super legible when you do full blacked out indices and hands. It just makes it super legible. I personally really like that look. I'm glad he did it that way. Now you can do it other ways. There are Citizen watches. There's a bunch of other watches out there that do the full lume dial and they'll lume the hands, and it still looks really good because you just do two different colors and you can see obviously the outline of them. I just prefer it blacked out. I think it looks great. So that's why there's so many watches, because everybody, you can find something that's good for you. So CFC, the Tudor has been treating me great. They're just great watches. It's one of those watches that is it's slightly deceiving because it always looks like it's bigger and thicker than it really is. It's actually pretty thin, like 11 millimeter or something like that. Yeah, it's like 11 millimeter thin, and just wears really great on wrist. And I'm looking forward to wearing it more and scratching it up more. And it's super legible. It's accurate. It's comfortable. So yeah, Bobby, if I had your wrist size or Clayton's wrist size, basically, and maybe my wrist will shrink as I drop weight again, but the Black Bay 58 is, when I had the one I picked up off from Homer, it was easily like within the top 5 divers. So Design said the Pelagos. I like the Pelagos. I don't really care for the current generation one. It's too thick. I would do the older one with the ETA in it. I think that one's a little bit better, a little bit thinner, and that would fit my size. But I think if I'm going to buy another Tudor, it's going to be the North Flag. Clayton wants the new P01. I want to see one. I'm not sold on it, but Terry said Homer's Black Bay 58 became a Black Bay 57. That's how bad he beat it up. You are not wrong, but it still looked good. There's certain watches, especially the sport series watches, and that includes most divers, if not all divers, and then certainly sport watches like the Black Bay or the Explorer or the North Flag or any of those watches. They look good even beat up. Even with a scratched sapphire crystal and a dinged up bezel and scratches on the case and on the bracelet and certainly on the clasp, they still look good. So I don't know. I think that's one of the things I love about sport watches and dive watches, or even G-Shock, like the metal squares. Like I picked up this black one. I'm not going to baby it, and I know this one will scratch up. The titanium black one, I think, is going to be a little more resilient than even this one. But this one here is going to get scratched up, and it's going to be totally fine. It's going to look good. JG is asking, are cheap Orients known for faulty crowns? I haven't experienced that. I'm not sure. Bobby Smith, yeah, the Tudor Ranger is really cool. I prefer the snowflake hands, or like I said, or I would go with the North Flag just because the North Flag is iconic. I think the North Flag, you know how, like, if you listen to the Watchdog podcast where Clayton talked to Homer, they actually talked about like future classics, and I fully agree that the North Flag is definitely high on that list as far as like future classics. That watch is still so far under the radar, and it's obvious to everybody that it's even under the radar. Like everybody listening to the show right now knows that the Tudor North Flag is awesome and it's under the radar and it's going to be a future classic, but yet nobody here will buy one. And I bet you out of the 120 some people that are watching right now, nobody probably even owns one. Well, I'm going to own one. Probably in 2020, I will probably buy a North Flag because it's one of those things that I know I want one. I've tried it. I know I want one. And I know that at some point Tudor's going to drop it. And I don't think it's been discontinued yet. I guarantee they will, and they have not issued any other version of it, not even like a limited edition. They haven't done any other version of it. So, and I think their sales have dropped. So that thing's going to be bounced off their catalog probably this year. So I bet you, Craig, I would bet their next round of releases, the North Flag might be gone. I think you're going to see more dress watches, more ladies' watches. You're going to see at least 2 more Black Bay 58s. Bobby Smith is saying the Ranger's gone, and the Ranger's gone because of the same thing. Nobody was buying it. The last time I was in a Tudor authorized dealer, they tried giving me the Ranger like dirt cheap. Nobody's buying it. I think it's a great watch. You know, they do the Black Bay like this one. They do it in a 34, 36, and a 41. I think they'll keep those. I think it would be cool if they added another color, maybe like a off-white. I would like to see that. Not a white, but an off-white would be kind of cool to add that. Also in the Black Bay 58, I would also like to see an off-white. Tudor hasn't played around with any, have they? I don't think Tudor's played around with any white or cream dials, have they? You know, kind of, not quite like this, but similar. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Something off-white like this Detroit Mint, something like that, where it's cream. Not full black, not stark white like this. They want to mix it up a little bit and have a little bit of like heritage to it. Yeah, young, you would be correct. I think they could refresh the range. You know what though? They're not going to. They're not going to do anything. Okay, Craig. Yeah, the 1926 has the white dial, but the 1926 doesn't have loomed hands. They need to do a 1926, but with a different handset. So, so basically, don't. I mean, just do it in the Black Bay lineup. Do it in the non-diver Black Bay lineup. Rock the watch. Oh man, no leather for a diver. No, I disagree. You can put whatever you want on in whatever watch. Let's see. Blaine, his excuse for not buying the Tudor Black or North Flag is because he has too many watches. Sell 10 of them and buy the North Flag. 10 out, 1 in. There. You're welcome. Problem solved. I would sell. I really don't have a whole lot of watches to sell, but I will have to. I'm not sure how to do this. Yeah, leather on a dive watch is perfect for desk diving. That's for sure. Terry's saying sell, sell, sell. I don't have a ton of watches right now. I should probably do a state of the collection. I don't like to do them too often because then I usually sell whatever I have. But I really like. I mean, the rundown is I basically have the Seiko Monster, I have the Seiko SKX, I have the Seiko Tuna, I have the Seamaster, I have the Tudor, and then I have both titanium squares, the gold square, the Tron square, and the black square. That's it. That's pretty much my watch collection. You know, Stella gave me this, so I have this, and I'll probably hold on to it for a while. I'm not sure. I dig it. It might save me from buying the Railmaster, and then I have a couple of miscellaneous polymer watches. But really, I have 10 watches basically in my watch box. So where does the North Flag fit in? Man, I don't know. Floridian is asking a hard question. Well, depends on if you're meaning actually bug out. If you're saying I actually had to bug out, like where I actually just had to take the one watch and it needed to do hardcore duty, I'm probably going to pull the full black titanium square. You know, if it's not really a bug out situation and it's more of just like, holy crap, I have to get out of the house right now. Yeah, I'm going to grab the orange monster. Dane is saying, I just looked at the picture of the North flag. I don't get it. And that's why I do get it, Dane. Because most people don't. So. Let's see where we are. The quirk in the yellow. I do like the little splash of yellow. I like the integrated bracelet. I like the black ceramic underneath the metal. The extreme legibility of it. The cartoonish looking indices. How does the Seiko SRPE stack up to the Black Bay? Which one is the SRPE? Are you talking about like the Willard or something? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Terry's saying B&R band. I haven't got on their site in a while. I need to go look at some of their straps. Wayne is working the night shift. Hey Wayne, since you're checking in real quick, have you bought any watches? Because Wayne sold a ton of his Seiko monsters. So Wayne was the guy that collected like all of the monsters. So I know I'm at least curious, maybe others are. What have you been buying, Wayne? Or have you just not bought any watches? Have you been burned out? Okay, so oh nice. You picked up a couple of baby tunas. I'm not a big fan of. You picked up an Oris Big Crown Chrono. Interesting. I like it. Oris makes some killer watches. Weeby is asking, is the Railmaster my future? I would say yes, but probably 2021, maybe 2022. I think if I'm going to do a big purchase, the next one's probably going to be the North Flag. And even that potentially couldn't happen in 2020. I got a lot of money going out this year right now with my kids' tuition and, house repairs and stuff like that. My thoughts on the Tudor GMT. I'm assuming you're talking about the Black Bay GMT. Too thick. I don't like it. Actually, I don't really care for GMTs, period. Certainly not thick ones. CFZ is asking which Railmaster, the denim dial one. So it's basically a brushed out Aquaterra. That's the one I'm looking at, not the trilogy. Yeah, Wayne, dude, you're an icon in the monster world. I mean, come on. Let's see. Yeah, North Flag is awesome. Get it. Yeah, at some point I probably will. I just have to. I'm trying to decide, can the Black Bay 41, because I don't want to seem like a Tudor fanboy, right? Because I'm not. Tudor is a good watch and it is a value driven watch, which is what I like. But, can I own the Tudor Black Bay 41 and the Tudor North Flag? I think I can because I really like the snowflake hands. And this is, for me, probably the most affordable way to get into the snowflake hands. But yet I like the North Flag. So, I mean, I think they could probably both coexist. Especially since this one's starting to get beat up a little bit. And the North Flag will too. So I don't know. I got to think about it. Rock the Watch is asking Milgauss or Railmaster. I think the Milgauss is a better watch, even though the specs would, push you towards the Railmaster. I think the construction and clean quality control is better on the Milgauss than the Railmaster. I have seen actual quality control issues with the Railmaster, but I would prefer to wear the Railmaster. I think it's a better looking watch. So I I hate butterfly clasp, so that kind of ticks me off a little bit. Even though that's a funky looking one, it's like wide on one side, short on the other. I mean, really, I hate butterfly clasp to the point where I probably won't buy the Railmaster because of that. JHDK, what is your favorite least expensive watch excluding the DW5600? That would be the Casio World Timer, the AE whatever something, I don't know, whatever this is. I got one kind of half torn apart right here. These guys, I like these guys. This is my all-time favorite least expensive watch, the AE 1200. Whatever colorway, I personally think the all black resin strap, black whatever is the best. Terry, challenge accepted. Yeah, you know what? I won't sell this watch just to spite you. I'm going to keep this Tudor Black Bay 41 out of spite. Yes, I will do that. The best part about the cheap watch is you can play with it like this, and you can put a more expensive leather strap on it than what the watch cost. And then if you want to take it up a notch even more, sorry, I stepped away. You buy that cheap watch, right? You buy your $10 World Timer, and then you buy a $150 stainless steel metal case, and then you swap the guts over. So you take that $15 cheap watch, whatever it is, 12 bucks, and you put all the guts in a $150 case. So you take that cheap watch and you make it the most expensive cheap watch you've ever bought. That's what I love about this hobby. I still need to do the video on this. I'll probably take it apart and put it back together, but yeah, this is crazy cool. I still want to find a better bracelet option for it. So if anybody has any suggestions, I kind of would like to see a different finish on this. This is kind of like a heavy blasted finish. I would like to see maybe brushed or potentially some polished bits. I don't know. I'm too lazy to do it myself, but maybe I'll have to. But sometimes you just got to go ridiculous. Now, full disclaimer, I didn't buy this. They sent me this case. But, however, I would have bought this. They offered to send it to me, and who am I to deny that opportunity, right? Otherwise, I 100% would have paid 150 bucks for this case because the watch is that cool and I want to be part of that. Wayne, awesome Jordan 3rd gen's really gone up in value now, especially Frost Jade and Sunburst Orange. Oh yeah, the third. I thought you were talking about Jordan shoes. Yeah, the 3rd gen monsters are awesome. I've had so many of them and sold them. I probably should have kept them, but whatever. Dustin, no, I don't have the Patty 4th gen. I still own it. It's still mine, but I sent it to my buddy Michael, Desire 68 over in Canada, and then I'm not sure what he's gonna do. He might buy it from me, or he might send it to somebody else or something, or maybe I'll tour it or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm trying to keep my watch box at 10, and that is including 5 G-Shocks. So I really don't have room in my watch box for it. So typically, if I don't have room in the watch box, I either need to sell it, donate it, gift it, or tour it. Let's see, Hancock, think you'll review the new Grand Seiko GMTs if somebody buys one and sends it in. If you go pick up a Grand Seiko GMT and send it in for a video, I'll certainly view it or review it. So Dustin would like to have a 6-piece collection. That would be killer. I think I might do 6. I think I could actually even do 5. Do I have the Camel G-Shock? Yeah. I actually wore this today. This is what I wore today. Was the camo. And I was talking to one of my Facebook Messenger chat groups, and I even offered it up for sale. But now that I'm at home and, comfortable and calmed down from the massive bills that I seen today, I don't know that I could sell this. I don't know that I really wanted to add the blue one. Yeah. The G-Shocks are cool. And for the longest time, I was totally fine with the polymer ones, but for some reason, I can't really wear the polymer ones now. I carry my spare polymer one all the time, the plastic one with the combi bracelet. I carry that one all the time, the 5610. But in my watch box is basically all metal. I have 2 titanium, the gold, the Tron, and the black steel. And I like the metal squares. That's where it's at. They're kind of expensive. I mean, full retail, this guy and the other one are like $1,700. You can get them cheaper. Yeah, the titanium ones are actually holding up phenomenal. Because, like, I don't baby it. I don't remember vividly any heavy hits with this one. But I do know I had a couple heavy hits with the black titanium. Especially on the clasp. I know for a fact I had a couple hard hits on the clasp. And look at it. There's no mark. It is absolutely spotless. I mean, I hit it so hard on the clasp that I was like, I'm not even going to look. Because I was like, dang it. And it was shortly after I bought it. I mean, this thing is clean. And I have worn this. So I'm to the point where I almost want to wear it more just to see if I can mark it up. But I think the coating they put on these is so hard that they're just going to hold up really good. I don't know. Maybe I will have to buy the blue camo. Maybe I should sell a couple of the steel ones and buy the blue camo. Dang it. G-Shock always pulls me in like that. I don't know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Let's see. Do you have any particular GMTs that is top of your list? I don't really care for any GMT watches. There just aren't any. I think that I like the way they look. I understand what they're good for and how the people use them and stuff. I don't have a need for it. Terry, sell the camo to me. I don't know. I think I'm already over it. If you would have caught me earlier today, I was weak for a moment. I probably would have sold it to you. You got to catch me when I'm weak. Let's see. Do I have any experience with the strap code ratchet clasp? I don't think so. See, Dane is asking, okay, Random Rob, serious question. I don't own a G-Shock Square, never have. Say I decide to buy one, which one to go for if I'm going to have just one? Well, Dane, just buy the 5600E. Clayton, you're not wrong either. The 5610 works really good because it's solar and basically you're never going to have to mess with it. But Dane, you could buy the 5600E, the economy one. It's $40. If you don't like it, whoop-de-doo, you paid $40. It's not the most comfortable one. I think, what is that one? It's the G5000. It's actually the metal case. It's not the, it has a plastic outside. It has the softer strap and it has the screw case back. It's the G5000, I think. That one's really cool. Dang, the problem is there's so many dang G-Shock squares. I'll have to think on that one. Yeah, so, well, you might like the larger buttons. You're right. Yeah, I was thinking of the GW5000. And Dane likes bracelets. I think Dane likes bracelets, if I'm not mistaken. Hmm. Good question. Good question. You might want to. So if you go to the metal ones where you have the bracelet, they're nice and they have the larger buttons, so they're easier to use. Not that you're going to use any of them. And the negative displays actually do. They're plenty legible. I don't think you'd have a problem reading the negative display, but there aren't a whole lot of metal braceleted G-Shock squares that have the positive display. There is the titanium black one. And Dane, you are a baller. I don't know. If you want to baller up, if you're just going to get one and go all in, this is the one. Otherwise, I know you live in Florida, but you're not tan enough. You don't, I think you stay out of the sun like a smart Florida resident. The gold one would be my pick if you were just going to do one. I think it's gaudy enough and cool enough, but I don't think it's not Dane. And the Tron's too weird. That's not Dane. I'll have to think about this. We got to help Dane out with this. Floridian's not tan either. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys maybe just baller up. If you're just going to get one, get the black titanium. Yeah, Mark, you could get the full silver one. That one kind of got old on me. I didn't really care for the silver anymore, especially after having the gold one. Otherwise, the displays are better on the square, the metal ones, whether it's the titanium or the steel. The buttons and the display are better than, say, like on the 5610. For sure. I don't know. How about the Casio Oak instead? I don't know. Everyone likes the Casio Oak. I don't really care for it. It's not my thing. I've had a few of them and I just get rid of them. Actually, there's one in my Patreon group right now I need to do a drawing on. Oh, the black titanium is getting hard to find now? Yeah, I still have the Tron. I'll probably keep it just because it looks photoshopped, so I just pretend like it's photoshopped and I don't actually own it. Every time I see a picture of the Tron, it just looks photoshopped. It's so wild looking. Dane, you're amongst square head fanatics. All you have to do is, hey guys, all you have to do is pick one and mention it to one of the people in the group, and somebody will loan you a watch so you could check it out. You don't even need to buy one. Yeah, the Tron is Bluetooth. All these metal squares, all of them are Bluetooth. That is one, honestly, I think it's kind of a good thing because once you sync it up with your phone, you don't have to mess with it. It just does it all on its own. So this one, the full black, the Tron, the gold, the black titanium, and the camel titanium, all of them are Bluetooth. And they're also all multi-band 6 too. So they're all crazy accurate. Like it's funny, I look over at the watch box at them right now and all of them are ticking at the exact same second. Dane, I think you have to ball her up and just get the black titanium. I think that would be pretty sick. For you to like be like, I don't understand what's so good about squares, and to buy your first ever square be the actual titanium black square would be like, that's pretty baller. That's pretty awesome. The only thing that would be cooler is if you can talk your dad into buying this with the hopes that he doesn't like it and then just let you wear it. What does the titanium black square run? I have no idea. I think the retail price on it is $1,700. I think they're both at like $1,700, aren't they? The camo and the titanium or the black one. Oh, Bobby Boldy, is the carbon square starting to rise in price? So, oh, perfect, Dane. Your dad hates digital watches. You have to talk him into this. Talk him into it as an investment piece. Say, Dad, you got to buy this. I'm telling you, you can pick one up for like $1,400 right now. They're going to be $2,400 next year. Talk him into it like monetary. You want me to loan you the Tron? I can send you the Tron. Out of all of the squares, the Tron is the one. This would be the last one I would think that you would want to see. You just kind of shocked me. This is the one you want to see? I'll send it to you for you to check out. I'm shocked that this is the one you want to see. You kind of just threw me for a loop. Yeah, he likes. I guess he likes sci-fi, and it's. I mean, we nicknamed it Tron, but it's. Ah, man, I can't. Yeah, I'll send this to you for you to check out. I don't even think you have to resize it. You might have to do a micro adjust, but that's pretty funny. I think, and really, the the Tron is technically a limited edition, and there are some people right now. I don't think they've sold. I think Bobby Legs might be one of them. I'm not sure if he sold his. There are some people that are willing to sell their Trons for pretty cheap at a loss. And I think that's kind of a mistake. I think you might want to wait a year. If you own a Tron and you're not connecting with it, wait 1 year. This watch will be $750 in 1 year. People will have missed out and they're going to want the Tron. And they're not going to be available. And right now you can pick one up for probably $350. And I bet you in a year they're $750. Alpha Dad is looking for third gen Smurf Borealis Estral. You know what? I need to probably hit up Carlos tomorrow. I think he just. Who sells Trons? Well, Bobby Legs was trying to sell his Tron. I don't know if he did or not. For pretty cheap. Yeah, some people bought them and just didn't connect with them for whatever reason, or they just need the money, because they're you gotta you gotta follow the YouTube content creators. Those are the guys that always flip their watches and sell them for cheap because they just need to flip them and rotate them out. That's where you gotta stick. Follow all the YouTube content creators. That's where the deals are. Yeah, Carlos posted up on Instagram about a new diver. It looks really good and it's small. I think it's like 38 millimeter. It's closer to like the SKX 013. So, oh yeah, Dane, you are a YouTube content. Yeah, but you don't sell anything. You got to follow the watch YouTube content creators that don't sell anything, or that do sell watches, not the ones that don't sell. Bobby Legs is selling. Trying to think. Yeah, there's a bunch that are. Who's Carlos? Carlos owns Borealis and shoot, what is the other brand? Prometheus. I haven't seen anything out of Prometheus in a while, so. But Carlos and his wife own Borealis. Design. I can't sell them in Aruba. Ah, that's bull crap. You can ship them. Design. Ship them to me and I'll sell them. Jack's chiming in. Jack's trying to sell his A6 Armida. Nobody wants it. Send it to me, Jack. I'll sell it for you. Jordan, no. The G-Shock squares with the Bluetooth, no. The GBX 100, you can get messages, both Facebook message group and the text messaging. The big wrist is selling off. He's selling stuff, so. Oh man, I mentioned 350 for the Tron, and now everybody wants it. I got to check with Bobby Legs to see if he sold it. So Bobby Legs over at Bobby Legs Loves Watches, he was selling his Tron. I don't know if maybe he already did. Aruba is restricted for PayPal. Design, hit me up. Maybe we can work something out. Send me an email or something. Oh, you think Tennessee Mike says maybe Bobby sold his Tron. Design, you can only pay. You can't receive money. Email me. I've been thinking about doing something anyway. Maybe you and I can work something out. Let me know what you want to do, design, but email me. Maybe I can help you out. Craig said Bobby Legs is keeping the Tron. That is wise. I think if you have a Tron and you're trying to sell it for $350 and you bought it for $500 and it's a limited edition and they're getting hard to find now, I think it's wise to hold on to that for at least a year, and that watch is going to be at least over retail. I said $750, and I'm kind of going to stand by that. I think you might see those things trending at like $750. JG is looking at the Casio Oceanus. Phenomenal watches. That's like their top tier. That's like their crazy, well-built, precise lineup. So very good. Swiss 88. Save the ocean turtle, a keeper. No. Get an SKX aftermarket case. Kill that turtle. Put it in the SKX case and live happy. Yeah, there's Riley. Yeah, I ended up opening up your box. Hey, Riley, thanks for the B2 bomber hat. Dude, this thing is killer. It's not a vented hat, so I'll probably wait till it cools down a little bit to start wearing it because it is stupid hot out. But I'm excited to wear that hat. That is awesome. This watch is awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to learn all its functions. I took a quick look, but the manual is crazy. Let's see. Wayne says, "Hey Rob, this talk about price rising reminds me of your monster predictions videos a year ago, and you were correct." Listen, a lot of my predictions are 100% wrong, so don't listen to everything I say. However, a good portion of them are correct. I called it on a few new models. I could potentially be correct on Tudor maybe coming out with future off-white or maybe white dial watches. I'm 100% certain on some of the G-Shock prices. History proves that. Somebody's asking if the Tudor is keeper. Yes, I have to keep the Tudor now out of spite. Terry said that I will sell the Tudor next month, and so now I have to keep the Tudor out of spite. So, I mean, I wasn't going to sell it anyway, but I'm definitely not going to sell it. See, right there, Jack. Jordan wants to buy the Armida. But Jack will send it to me, and then I'll sell it. One of my patrons will probably buy it. I'm sure I'll do a sale this Sunday coming up. I'll see what watches I have. Terry is still staying strong with the I won't keep the Tudor Black Bay 41. Oh, Terry, you couldn't be so wrong. Yeah, I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to keep the Omega. I'm going to keep the Orange Monster. I'm going to keep all the G-Shock squares. See, Grendel's asking best sub homage regardless price. I would say probably best sub homage regardless of price. Shoot. What is that one brand that everyone loved to hate for a little while? Yes, Terry. I will have the Black Bay 41 and the Tudor North Flag. It'll just take me longer to get the North Flag. Shoot, what is the... Oh, wait, right there. Jeannot. Yes, thank you, guys. Yes, hands down, Jeannot. makes the best sub homage watch, hands down. They're kind of expensive, and Terry, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Steinhardt, homage to the Rolex. Yeah, Jeannot is just straight up better. Because Jeannot still exists. Yes, they still do exist, and they put out a new model. They said they were going to send it to me. I try not to give them too much props because they lied to me. They said they were going to send me a watch to do video on, and they never did. And then, Pete, chilling with watches, just said that they're supposed to come out with an original watch next. So that'll be kind of cool. Just the big wrist just said to sell is $300 and excellent. Yeah, to sell is a really good watch. It's a very good homage, but the question was best sub homage regardless of price. So with that question, I definitely say it's Jeannot. It is crazy good. Crazy good, crazy accurate, also very expensive. And from my experience of diving into the replica world, 100% those were rep watches just with a Jeannot dial. So that's why they're so good. Well, the Tudor Submariner is not really, I guess it's, man, I don't know if you can call that a homage. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody asked if I like the NTH Devil Ray. Yeah, the NTH Devil Ray is a very cool watch. I love the color on this. I love the bezel action. The lume is killer, and the new bracelet. This is a new bracelet with that polished 3-bar going down the center link. Kind of dig it. It kind of looks more in line with the Devil Ray theme. So I'm a fan of that watch. I'll be doing a video on it soon, and then I got to get back to John over at Watch Gauge. Hey, Jordan, I know Jack maybe bounced out, but Jordan, send me an email. Find my email. If you're still listening, Jordan, email me and I will get you in touch with Jack. Terry, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Rich is saying the Jeannot is nice, but the movement is suspect. Yeah, they're changing some things with the movements and stuff, so. Dane, if you actually want to buy a Tron, hit me up on Messenger. Let me see if I can find you one. But shoot, man, I'm way over an hour. I gotta close out, guys. You guys are making me go way longer than I need to, or wanted to. All right. Well, thanks everybody for chiming in. I know I didn't have a ton of watches on the table tonight, but I think we had some good discussion, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna close this out, and I will do some more videos very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.